A well-organized kitchen can make meal prep quicker and smoother, and it can also help you avoid that overwhelmed feeling when you open your cabinets and see a jumble of pots, pans, and ingredients. Fortunately, there are a few simple ways to maximize space and declutter your kitchen, starting with an assessment of what you actually use on a regular basis. Welcome to Jensen's DIY. In this video, we will discuss 20 brilliant ideas to help you organize and maximize your kitchen space. 1. Tidy up the junk drawer. We all have one, that drawer crammed full of miscellaneous items that doesn't seem to fit anywhere else. But a messy junk drawer can make your whole kitchen feel cluttered. Take some time to sort through the contents of your junk drawer and get rid of anything you don't need. Then, use some simple drawer organizers to keep everything neat and tidy. You'll be surprised at what a big difference this can make. 2. Use a cake stand to organize the sink area. If your kitchen sink is constantly cluttered with soap bottles, scrub brushes, and sponges, try using a cake stand to corral these items. Why a cake stand? Well, it's tall and narrow, so it takes up less counter space than a traditional soap dispenser or scrub brush holder. Plus, it looks a lot nicer than a jumble of mismatched items. 3. Utilize a tray to corral small appliances. Counter space is at a premium in most kitchens, so it's important to make efficient use of every square inch. If your counter is covered in small appliances like toasters and blenders, try arranging them on a tray. This will free up valuable counter space and give your kitchen a more polished look. 4. Keep utensils in pitchers or jars. One way to maximize space in your kitchen is to get rid of those bulky utensil holders that take up counter space. Instead, use a pitcher or an earthenware jar to store your frequently used cooking utensils such as wooden spoons, spatulas, and measuring cups. This will make it much easier to find what you need when you're in the middle of cooking a meal. 5. Use a divided Lazy Susan for a snack station. If you have a small kitchen, chances are you don't have a lot of extra counter space, but that doesn't mean you have to give up on having a snack station. Simply put a divided Lazy Susan in an empty corner of your countertop or on top of your fridge and fill it with things like nuts, crackers, fruits, and cheese. This way you can easily grab a snack without having to search through cabinets or rummage through the fridge. 6. Use risers to organize spices in cans. Risers can double or even triple the amount of storage space in your cabinets or pantry. This is perfect for those who love to cook because it means you can keep all your spices within reach and you'll be able to grab them without having to search through cluttered shelves. Simply stack the risers on top of each other and place them in an easily accessible spot in your kitchen. 7. Grouping similar food items together in bins or baskets in your pantry will help you keep track of what you have and what you need to stock up on, as well as making it easier to find what you're looking for when you need it. For example, all of your baking supplies could go in one bin, while all of your spices could go in another. You could even take things a step further by labeling each bin based on its contents. 8. Store dry goods into airtight containers. If you frequently use dry goods such as flour, sugar, or rice, consider transferring them into airtight containers. This will prolong their shelf life, and as an added bonus, they'll take up far less space in your pantry. Glass jars with plastic lids work well for this purpose. Simply transfer the dry goods into jars and label accordingly. 9. Adhesive business card holders are your friend. It might sound strange, but adhesive business card holders are a kitchen organizer game changer. These handy little devices can be used to store everything from recipes and expiration dates to schedule reminders and the phone numbers of your favorite takeout spots. Best of all, they can be affixed to nearly any surface, including the inside of cabinet doors and the backsplash above the stove. No more lost recipes or missed appointments. 10. Document expiration dates with a clipboard. One of the best kitchen tips we can give you is to keep track of expiration dates. This way, you can easily see when things need to be used up and avoid having to waste food that's gone bad. The easiest way to do this is to keep a clipboard and marker in a handy spot in the kitchen so you can quickly write down expiration dates as you unload groceries. You can also put stickers on food containers with the expiration date so you don't have to constantly refer back to the clipboard. 11. Choose built-in scoops. Another great way to maximize space in your kitchen is to choose built-in scoops for your dry goods. These scoops can be stored in the containers they came in, so they're very space efficient. Built-in scoops are also great because they ensure that your food will stay fresh longer, since there's less chance of air getting in. 12. Use a wine rack to corral water bottles. Using a wine rack to store water bottles is a great option if you don't have a lot of cabinet space, or if you want to keep your water bottles within easy reach. Plus, it looks really chic. 13. Take advantage of vertical space with a tiered Lazy Susan. If you have a lot of small items taking up valuable counter space, consider adding a tiered Lazy Susan to one of your cabinets. This allows you to easily see and grab whatever you need without having to rearrange a bunch of different things. A tiered Lazy Susan is the perfect way to store spices, oils, and other cooking essentials within arm's reach. 14. Keep bigger bins on the pantry floor. It's tempting to cram everything into shelves in an effort to save space, but this just leads to cluttered counters and an overflowing pantry. Instead, keep larger items like bulk snacks and non-perishables in bins on the floor of the pantry or in lower cabinets. This makes it much easier to see what you have on hand and will help prevent those inevitable late-night trips to the grocery store for things you didn't know you already had. 15. Add labels. This one seems like a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised how much time labeling saves in the long run. Not only will it help you find things more easily, but it will also cut down on decision fatigue when you're trying to decide what to make for dinner after a long day at work. Just pick a couple of labels and get cooking. 16. Maximize pantry space with a closet system. A closet system is essentially a set of shelves, drawers, and/or cabinets that are designed to fit together in a way that maximizes both space and efficiency. Using this kind of system in your pantry lets you quickly and easily see everything it contains, which makes it easier to plan meals and avoid waste. Many pantry systems come with additional features such as built-in spice racks or dividers for storing bakeware, which further increases their utility. 17. Divide up the deli drawer. If your refrigerator has a deli drawer, chances are that it's become a catch-all for everything from cheese to lunch meat to yogurt containers. But this doesn't have to be the case. With just a few simple dividers, you can turn that deli drawer into an organizer's dream. Dividers come in all shapes and sizes, so you're sure to find something that fits your specific needs. Once you have your dividers in place, you can use them to create compartments for each type of food, so everything has its own place and is easy to find when you need it. 18. Divide up freezer space with containers. Dividing up your freezer space with containers is especially helpful if you have a chest freezer or an upright freezer with limited shelving options. Containers allow you to maximize both horizontal and vertical space and store more food than ever before. Plus, when everything is properly labeled and dated, it'll be easy to find what you're looking for. No more rummaging through the freezer for lost items. 19. Add floating shelves for extra storage. If your kitchen is short on counter space, take advantage of empty wall space with floating shelves. You can use them to store frequently used spices or cooking utensils within easy reach. Just make sure that the shelves are securely anchored so that they can bear the weight of heavier items. 20. Hang pots and pans from a pegboard. This is a great way to save space in your cabinets and keep your pots and pans organized. All you need is a pegboard, some S-hooks, and some pot holders or pan racks. Hang the pegboard on an unused wall in your kitchen and use the S-hooks to hang your pots and pans from the pegs. Use the pot holders or pan racks to store your lids and baking sheets. And that's all for now. A well-organized kitchen can save you time, money, and headaches down the road. By taking some time now to maximize the space in your kitchen, you'll be setting yourself up for success in the future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.